All right, good morning, traders. Today is April 26, 2024. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everyone, for being here or listening to my video. My SPY pivot this morning is 501.80. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. All of the Fab Five still in downtrends. Regarding yesterday's price action, SPY, FNGU, and QQQ made outside days closing above the bullish cross at or above the 17 EMA. IWM Diamond Dow made lower highs and lower lows, closing under a bearish cross and under the falling 17 EMA. FNGU made an outside day, closing below the bearish trap and under the falling 17 EMA. Didn't I say something about that earlier? Yeah. Okay, GLD and SLV, both in uptrends. SLV made a higher low and a higher high, closing inside a bearish trap over the 17 EMA. Gold made an outside day, also closing inside the bearish trap over the 17 EMA. Have to watch those two today. Could be in a possible reversal uptrend. USO in an uptrend made an outside day, closing over the bullish cross over the 17 EMA. UNG, no surprise here, still in a downtrend, made a lower high and a lower low, closing under the bearish trap under the falling 17 EMA. US dollar index still in an uptrend, closed the day around the 105.57 area, kind of pulling back a little bit. Maybe it's headed for the 200 SMA. Right now it's just consolidating in a bull flag. All right, let's go take a look at some charts. First chart we'll look at is SPY. Big rock and green candle there. Remember I said this is an ugly candle? This is a pretty candle, isn't it? Got a lower low, but we also got a higher high, managing to close over yesterday's body. Good looking candle right there, SPY. All right, so let's drill down just a little bit here. All right, on the 10-minute, where's my pivot? Okay, let's slap the pivot in there. Don't need that one. Let's just pick this one up. Okay, so the pivot for me is 501, right about there. 501.50, 501, actually 63. We break this, and we're coming down to here. Okay, so about 501.60. All right, get this out of the way. And let's fatten it up. All right, 501.60. That's the pivot for today. All right, so let's take a look at the 2-hour chart. 2-hour chart, we are yellow line over the white line. We're back into that 2-hour uptrend. All right, so what do we have in the pre-market? We have a flat, a 10-minute uptrend going into the pre-market, and it's just kind of flat right through here. So we're looking for green erases red. In other words, we're looking for a breakout over 508.55. All right, we're looking for a breakout with green erasing red, and that will be our entry. Well, that's going to be my entry, 508.50. All right, anywhere up there is a breakout, and where would we be headed to? First one would be this anchored VWAP, and that'd be 510.12. That'd be a good target for today. Next VWAP higher is going to be 512.50. All right. Next anchored VWAP 512.50. Looking over to the left, where's the prior price action? We do have right there 509.27. If we could get up into 509.27, maybe we better put a line in there. Let's put a line 509.27 right about there. Actually 509.16. What are these lows? 509.22. 509.29, 509.08. So we'll split the difference. We'll go 509.15. Okay, I like to get up on top of 509.15 and consolidate up there. Right now we are consolidating on top of this base right here. See that? So we're all of this price action here, we're consolidating up on top. So last time we were up here, sellers came in, sold us back. Sellers came in up here and tossed us out. All right, sellers came in here and we popped a new lower low right here. All right, so we're up in selling territory right now in the pre-market. We'll see where they want to send us. They could send us to the southern direction today, and I would look for it to come all the way down to 504.03. They'll probably spike it and hit yesterday's close if they decide to get that far. Yesterday's close being about 503.48. Okay, so we had a couple of big cat earnings, and that caused a big pop. So Google and Microsoft, both higher from last night's price action. All right, so if we do come lower and we get below this candle here, all right, we're looking to probably fill the gap down to that high right there, 504.34. All right, and then they may spike it and hit these lines down there. All right, so there's SPY. All right, so we got the marching orders for today. So far, we're in a 10-minute uptrend that's consolidating with a low side and a high side. Again, the high side, 508.55 over that, looking for green erases red for a breakout to get up over 509.15. All right, so like to see that happen because getting up over 509.15 or getting on top of this anchored VWAP, that would be significant because those are the all-time high anchored VWAPs. That shows me that money is being pumped into the market. So there's SPY on the 10-minute. All right, let's go take a look at the others. QQQ. All right, so here we are with QQQ, same day, same kind of price action. Outside day with a higher high and a lower low. Closing the day over yesterday's body. Okay, got a 3/8 cross happening right here. So this is still in a downtrend, okay, until we pop this high, all right, or start making new highs. All right, so we got to come up and take out that high right there, and then we have an uptrend. So a little bit of ways to go. So QQQ, nice green candle yesterday. Hope they can hold it up here and not get swatted down like we were yesterday. All right, so there's QQQ, still in a downtrend. SPY, still in a downtrend. FNGU, another pretty candle. Again, outside day, closing over the cross, closing over yesterday's body. Nice work on FNGU. All right, so there's FNGU on the daily. Like to see this climb back up this breakdown candle. So there's FNGU. Diamond Dow, lower high, lower low, closing under a bearish cross, under the falling 17 EMA, still in a downtrend. FNGU also still in a downtrend. Okay, IWM, lower high, lower low, closing under the body of yesterday's candle, the previous day's candle. Underneath the cross, underneath the falling 17. We need IWM to turn it around. All right, so now let's take a look at our technicals. What happened yesterday, okay? All right, so we came down here to the sell zone and the bulls threw us out, okay? We came down here, made a little higher low, all right? And we made a little lower high, all right? But then we took in and the bulls came in and we made a higher low and the bulls tossed us out of the sell zone back into the seller's chop zone. And from there we made a series of higher lows and higher highs looking to break this downtrend line and find ourselves back here at the midpoint to challenge the prior high over here. Okay, so there's T2122. Looking for more higher lows and higher highs, bringing us back up to that 50-yard line. If that can't happen, we could see ourselves in the oversold zone next week. We'll see what happens. T2123 15-minute. Oh, we got a falling 200 here. Wow, that's coming in. It's coming in deep there. All right, so for yesterday's price action, we fell out of bed, and then we just rallied our way back for the rest of the day. Okay, fell out of bed and rallied our way back yesterday. Got up over regular days VWAP, not over anchored VWAP, but you can see right there. We made a new low right here, not a good thing. And then we rallied our way back. Like to see us get over this consolidation here. Need to get back up on top of that. All right, if we get trapped underneath it, we're looking at a possible H pattern rollover where price comes back down and tests these lows. There's T2123. Now, T2123 3-bar chart. Okay, this is the prior all-time high. This right here is the regular all-time high. That's our recent all-time high up there. All right. And this is prior. I need to put prior. I'm going to take care of that right now. That's the prior all-time high. And this is the recent all-time high. So we came down. I would have liked to see the V bottom. We didn't get the V bottom. Instead, we got the hockey stick. All right. And with the hockey stick is big bear flag. The longer they stay in this bear flag, the more likely we are to show up down here where support is. All right. So got a rising 200. Didn't get much lift from this rising 200. Just kind of hockey stick, just flat bear flag right on top of it. If they get underneath this and consolidate, really good chance we start coming down to this one right here. There's T2123. They need to hold it together. All right, FNGU, same thing. Yesterday's price action, we fell out of bed. Did not make a lower low, notice. From there, we made a higher low and rallied back the rest of the day to make a higher high on the 15-minute chart. Nice work, FNGU. All right, let's go back to our charts. Let's look at energy. So start off with USO. Still in an uptrend till we break this low right here. Still in an uptrend. Okay, yesterday's price action, outside day, higher high, lower low, closing over the body of the previous day's candle, closing over the bullish cross and over the 17 EMA. USO still in an uptrend. UNG still in a downtrend. Okay, you can see right here, price action, lower low. Yeah, lower low, lower high, closing under a bearish trap. That's the 3 underneath the 8 and under a falling 17 EMA. Still in a downtrend. Let's look at precious metals. Precious metals getting a little pop this morning. If they get an uptrend going, I'm very interested in playing some 0 DTE calls if they get the uptrend going. All right, so here's SLV. What did we get for yesterday's price action? Was a higher low and a higher high, closing under the bearish trap or inside it. I'm going to call it under it. I see some daylight between the body and that yellow. All right, so under the bearish trap, underneath the 17 EMA. Notice today we're gapped up over the bearish trap and over the 17 EMA. So I'd like to see some continuation with that and not just melt away. GLD, by the way, silver's still in an uptrend. All right, GLD still in an uptrend until it breaks this low right here. Still in an uptrend. Yesterday's price action, outside day, higher high, lower low, closing inside the bearish trap, but over the 17 EMA. So there's GLD. All right, let's take a look at our economic calendar and our dollar index. So here's the dollar. Yesterday we closed at about 105.60. Let's see what we closed at. We closed at 105.60. All right, so still in an uptrend, making higher lows and higher highs, pulling back. How far is it going to pull back? It could pull back to this double top right here, and that's where it should find support and begin to bounce. Now, if it begins to bounce and makes a lower high, it's possible to come back down and test a double top, possibly break through. We'll see what happens. Here is the 200 right here, kind of flat right through there. But we are in an uptrend, making higher lows and higher highs. We got caught in this consolidation right here. You can see right here where the top of this kind of fits right into the middle of this consolidation here. Making a higher low and coming back up here. I suspect they would tackle these highs one more time. If they get through these highs right here from a couple weeks ago, I'm looking for them to tackle this breakdown candle high right up there. All right, if they get past this, that would be the next test. All right, if they can't get it going, coming down to this double top. All right, so we'll see what happens with U.S. dollar index. All right, so we had reports from GDP, and GDP slowed just a little bit yesterday, according to the numbers. It's still increasing, which is a great sign. At least it's not in negative numbers. But we just slowed our growing. We were growing close to 3% and 4%. We pulled back to 1.9. All right, so GDP not bad, but not what it used to be. Max Pain for today, 426, is 503. I don't see us going there, but we do have a 2.5 puts for every call. So we'll see where they want to bring us today. All right, so we got a whole lot of puts for every call. So 2.5 puts for each call. That is could see a put squeeze or a short squeeze at the beginning of the day, and then a rollover, maybe melt down to 503, 504 area. We'll see what they want to do. Right? It is options expiration Friday, and Max Pain is based on the options that do expire today. Okay, so that's 503. They might not even go after it. They might go after the puts and do just a short squeeze right there. All right, for the economic calendar, not much going on today. Personal income and outlays at 8:30, consumer sentiment at 10, and a rig count at 1 p.m. That's it for the week right now. All right, earnings calendar. Last night, Microsoft reported well. Google reported well. And for Friday the 26th, ExxonMobil's reporting this morning. Chevron's reporting this morning. AbbVie is reporting this morning. Fomenta Económico Mexicano is going to report this morning. ICIC, I think that's Carl Icahn's place. They're going to look for their P&L. They must not be based in the USA. And then HCA is going to report this morning. Colgate's going to report. Phillips 66 going to report. A lot of people reporting in the morning. No, it doesn't look like too many reports at night. Let me hit the second page. And nobody else can find their P&L. All right, so... And for Monday's earnings, what do we have? Really light day. Maybe some familiar names. MicroStrategy. They're heavy into Bitcoin. Domino's Pizza. They're heavy into Italian food. Yum China. Not sure what that is. I think that's food also. Paramount. All right. Other than that, really light day. Just some familiar names, but nothing notable that'll move the market. Like yesterday's price action we had in Microsoft and the two Googles. All right. So let's take a look at Tuesday. Monday was a light day. Tuesday, Amazon reports at night. Almost $2 trillion right there. Okay, Eli Lilly's going to report in the morning. That's $500 billion, over $500 billion, 2/3 of a trillion. Coca-Cola, $250 billion right there. They're going to report in the morning. Lilly's going to report in the morning. Coca-Cola's going to report in the morning. AMD is going to report in the evening with Amazon. All right, about $250 billion there. Okay, McDonald's is going to report in the morning with Coca-Cola and Lilly. All right, $200 billion there. Stryker Corporation, Eaton, Starbucks. Again, some familiar names, but the big ones are going to be Lilly, Amazon, Coca-Cola, and AMD. And I'm going to throw my McDonald's in there with it for Wednesday. MasterCard's going to report $431 billion. That's almost $500 billion. Qualcomm's going to report in the nighttime, $182 billion. Lloyd's Banking's looking for the P&L. Pfizer's going to report. Boy, have they been beaten up lately. Maybe they'll get a turnaround from the numbers that they've got. All right, so $148 billion there on Pfizer. Automatic data processing, I think they do payroll, $101 billion. They're going to report also in the morning. And again, some more notable names. GSK, I think that's GlaxoSmithKline, little pharmaceutical stuff there. Again, we all know Marriott, Mercado Libre, Estee Lauder, MetLife, DoorDash. We're all familiar with these, but they're not going to move the market. It's not like an Amazon, Qualcomm, or MasterCard, okay? So that's what we got going on there. So you got the marching orders for today. Okay, we got the SPY. All right, we got the SPY. And the SPY is in a 2-hour uptrend. That's the one I like to trade. We got a 2-hour uptrend. 10-minute, we got a 10-minute bull flag. So I'm looking for a breakout over 50850. Looking for green erases red entries. All right. Note we're right into resistance here. We've got some all-time high anchored VWAPs right overhead. So not much room to move. All right, maybe go up and consolidate again, up a little bit higher. We'll see if we can blast through some of these anchored VWAPs, show us that the money's ready to come back into the markets, and start consolidating on top of them. So we'll see what happens. So I'll take questions in the room. If not, before I leave, I want to thank everybody out there in Facebook land, YouTube land. Everybody, thank you for subscribing to my channels. Thank you for the kind comments. Appreciate that. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. I want to wish you all a wonderful weekend. I'll see you all at 4 p.m. where I'll do the market wrap-up. If I don't have any questions in the room, we'll go ahead and render my video and get it posted up there. All right, everybody. Let's have a profitable day.